Open the joint meeting and call the city council meeting to order.
I call the parish council meeting to order.
We welcome you to a special joint meeting of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council. As presiding officer and chair, I would like to announce the following. This is a public hearing. To address the council on any item on this agenda, please fill out the speaker form or call into 291-8428, 291-8428 to submit your information to the clerk prior to the call of the agenda item, or you will not be given an opportunity to speak. Staff assistance is available if needed. Item for submission to the council should be handed to Council Clerk Ms. Veronica Williams, seated to my left in the middle. When addressing the council, state your name and title for the official record. The 5-minute rule will be in effect. No debating or confrontational statements will be allowed. The front row to my left is for media only. Food and drinks are not allowed in the auditorium. Please silence all phones and electronic devices. Meeting procedures are by resolution and not by Robert Rules of Order. All documents with reference to meetings can be found on the LCG website. And finally, the council encourages your involvement in boards or commission. If interested, please call 291-8800, 291-8800. Announcing, if you call 337-291-8428 to place your name on the list, you will be contacted to speak during the public comment portion of the agenda item for which you signed to speak. John Gilbo, Parish District 4, is absent due to medical reasons. Also, Glenn Lazar, City District 5, is absent. Item number 8, JO 077-2020, Alcohol Beverage Code Amendment. After consulting the Parish Council Chair, Council Member Liz Abers requesting that this item be deferred indefinitely to allow more discussion with downtown leaders. Item number 9, J0-078-2020, Curfew Code Amendment. After consulting with the Parish Council Chair, Councilmember Liz Abers requesting that this item be deferred indefinitely to allow more discussion with downtown leaders. Also, this curfew ordinance may be resubmitted as a city-only ordinance on an upcoming agenda. Item number 10, JO-079-2020, congestion of sidewalks. After consulting with the Parish Council Chair, Councilmember Liz Abers requesting that this item be deferred for 2 weeks to allow more discussion between council and administration. Also, this congestion ordinance has been resubmitted as a parish-only ordinance at the next parish meeting. Due to Hurricane Laura, the wrap-up session has been rescheduled to September 3rd from August 27th, and final adoption of the budget was rescheduled to September 17th from September 10th. This is a special joint meeting of the Lafayette Parish Council and Lafayette City Council. At times during the meeting, I will defer to Parish Council Chair to preside over Parish Council matters. I do not have any Chair announcement. Mr. Nake?
Yes, in reference to Joint Ordinance 079-2020, congestion of sidewalks, I have the consents and want to confirm that the Parish Council will ultimately defer on the parish side indefinitely and try to bring it back and make it a joint ordinance and get all communities involved. So we will not be taking it up as a parish-only ordinance, and as chairman of the Parish Council, we will be deferring that, and Mayor President has also recommended that we do that, so that will be done. So if you...
So the ordinance that was submitted and stated to be for introduction on the September 15th meeting, that will not be placed on the Parish Council meeting agenda?
It'll be deferred indefinitely until further notice.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. That's all I have, sir.
Thank you.
And Mr. Chair?
Yes, ma'am.
If I may, one announcement that we need to start making. With only 3 meetings left before November, I just want to make the public aware that November and December meetings will be on the second and fourth Tuesdays of the month. November 3rd is a Tuesday, and it's an election day. So we are prohibited by law from having a council meeting at a polling location during an election.
So
So we had to move the meetings back, and that causes a ripple effect. So
Okay.
come November, it would be on the 2nd and the 4th, and December 2nd and 4th.
So will there be any other ways that the public will be notified of these?
It's been published, I mean, it's been posted, and it's on the website since January, but
Okay.
we're doing these announcements just as it comes closer to
sure.
make them aware. So it's been posted since January of this year, so almost a year. Yeah,
Okay,
so.
thank you. Mayor report, do you have any reports, Mr. Mayor President? Hello, Mayor President? Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I do need to, before we issue a couple proclamations, I do want to take the time, this is a joint meeting, and I'm going to do this at the city council meeting as well with your permission. And I want to take a moment to acknowledge the grief of a family in our community that is of Trafer Pelleram. And with the chair's permission, I would ask that everyone in the audience, the two councils and the administration, and anyone listening at home, please take a moment. Let's say a prayer for his soul. Let's say a prayer for our community. We have lost a member of our community, and that member was a son. He was a cousin. He was a friend, and he had family. And no matter where you feel and all the craziness going on in the world, we can all recognize that this family is grieving, and we grieve with them as a community. So please join me in prayer. Thank you. And at the city council meeting, I'll give another update in regards to relevant information. Also, these individuals that I'm about to issue a proclamation to and for may be the most patient individuals in our community. And boy, I tell you that hindsight's 2020. We're going to put this on the first council meeting, whether it's parish or city, or I guess it's always parish. But we really appreciate you. You guys are too kind, and just thank you. So I have two proclamations. My understanding, you will accept both. All right. Whereas the National Infant Mortality Awareness Month campaign is designed to increase people's awareness of the high rate of infant deaths and is led by the Family Tree Healthy Start program in the city of Lafayette, and whereas the goal is to reduce negative birth outcomes that directly affect the infant mortality rates, and whereas the Family Tree Healthy Start project in Lafayette, Louisiana is a nationally recognized infant mortality project that focuses on African American women, service is provided to any eligible member residing in Acadia, Evangeline, Iberia, Lafayette, St. Landry, St. Martin, and Vermilion parishes. And whereas since 1991, the National Health Start Association has been dedicated to reducing the incidence of infant mortality that is prevalent in many communities with large minority populations, high rates of unemployment, poverty, and limited access to safe housing and medical providers. And whereas the Family Tree Healthy Start program in Lafayette, Louisiana has made a dramatic impact on the high rates of infant mortality that are prevalent in the community, providing critical services to women and their infants. And whereas the National Infant Mortality Awareness Month campaign provides opportunities for the community to get involved and support the Family Tree Healthy Start program in Lafayette, Louisiana. Now, therefore, I, Josh Guillory, Lafayette Mayor President, do hereby proclaim the month of September 2020 as Infant Mortality Awareness Month. Thank you. And you were so patient, I have to read the second one too, because it's just, I would not be a good mayor president if I did. Whereas September 6th through 12th is known as National Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. which helps promote resources and awareness around the issues of suicide prevention and teaches how to help others and how to talk about suicide without increasing the risk of harm. And whereas suicide is the 10th leading cause of all deaths in the United States and the second leading cause of death among individuals between the ages of 15 to 24, and whereas in the United States, one person dies of suicide every 11.1 minutes, and whereas it is estimated that more than 5.3 million people in the United States are survivors of suicides, those who have lost a loved one to suicide. And whereas suicidal thoughts can affect anyone, regardless of age, gender, race, sexual orientation, or background, and whereas statewide suicide prevention efforts should be developed and encouraged to the maximum extent possible, as many suicides are preventable. Therefore, I, Josh Guillory, Lafayette Mayor President, do hereby proclaim the week of September 6 through 12, 2020 as National Suicide Prevention Week. And before we clap, I want to tell you that this is very personal to me. I'm a veteran. There's many veterans here, and I'm going to tell you, I'll leave privacy out for the family, but just the other day I heard of another veteran that was close to my family, went to high school with my wife, that unfortunately took his own life, a 19-year veteran that served our country honorably. This is a serious issue, not just for veterans, but everyone that we listed. These statistics are too high. And if it wasn't for these individuals and people like you, they would be alone. And so all of us up here, everybody listen, let's commit to the awareness and supporting individuals and groups like this. I'm so honored to give this to you. Thank you.
Pull that down. So first, let me commend y'all on the stamina that y'all are exhibiting. Very impressed. I don't know how y'all do this every 2 weeks, but good job. Way to go. So I want to start by acknowledging the climate of our city, and in respect to all, we thank you, the council, and the mayor president for allowing us to have these two proclamations, because we are gluttons. My name is Marie Collins. I'm the executive director of the Family Tree Education, Information, and Counseling Center, which has been serving the community for over 40 years. I would like to highlight these two programs. Healthy Start's a federally funded infant mortality initiative, and the Family Tree has been leading this charge since 2004. Louisiana continues to have the highest infant mortality rate in the country. On average, 502 babies die each year in our state. Healthy Start offers free home visiting services to pregnant moms up until the baby is 18 months old. So our goal is to get all Acadiana babies to their 366th day. The Jacob Crouch Suicide Prevention Services was birthed out of the loss of a silent killer that plagues the United States daily and has continued to rise, specifically through this pandemic. In 2018, there were 4,844 recorded suicides, which are up according to the national standards. We declare that suicide prevention is everyone's business. Jacob Crouch offers free training in all of Region 4 on recognizing warning signs and symptoms of suicide. We spent this morning painting awareness on the Lafayette sign over in Park Sans-Souci, and so we are honored to be able to highlight these needed programs. We thank you for your continued support, and we encourage you to like the Family Tree on Facebook and Jacob Crouch to see all of the events that we have, not only this September for these two programs, but also for all the programs we provide for our community. Thank you.
I'm smiling.
It's a long night, gotta have some community, some comedians.
Okay, resolutions. This is a public hearing, and speaker forms are available For anyone wishing to address the council, the 5-minute rule does apply. Cindy, please read item number 4.
Joint Resolution 22-2020, a joint resolution of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council authorizing a non-warranty cash sale of 103 Porter Street to an adjoining landowner pursuant to Louisiana Revised Statute 472202B for the price of the sale's anticipated costs.
Okay, I need a motion and a second from the city council. Motion from Mr. Andy Nakane, second by Ms. Liz Hebert.
Okay, I need a motion from the parish council. Need a motion from Councilman Carlson and Councilman Tabor. That's the only two other parishmen I have here. Thank you.
Okay, council discussions? I see no council discussion. Ms. Williams, any public comments? Call from the vote from each council to adopt the resolution.
City District 1,
Yes.
City District 2,
Yes.
City District 3,
Yes.
City District 4,
Yes.
City District 5, Parish District 1,
Yes.
Parish District 2,
Yes.
Parish District 3,
Yes.
Parish District 4, Parish District 5. The motion to adopt from the City Council is approved. The motion to adopt from the Parish Council is approved. Joint Resolution 23-2020, a joint resolution of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council authorizing a non-warranty cash sale of 515 East Main Street to an adjoining landowner pursuant to Louisiana Revised Statute 472202B for the price of the sale's anticipated costs.
Motion and second from city council. Motion by Mr. Nakane, second by Ms. Cook.
Need a motion. Need a motion by the parish council, motion by Councilman Tabor, motion by Councilman Carlson.
Any council discussion? No council discussion. Ms. Williams, any public comments?
No, sir, but if everybody could vote, because we short some members, and it's showing that the item's failing, so if you could press your vote button.
Yeah, it came up late. Okay, call for the vote, please.
Okay.
City District 2,
Yes.
City District 3,
Yes.
City District 4,
Yes.
City District 1,
Yes.
Parish District 2,
Yes.
Parish District 3, Parish District 1. The motion to adopt from the City Council is approved. The motion to adopt from the Parish Council is approved.
Okay, there's a report, and for discussion item, Ms. Cook and Mr. Nakane, update on small business funding. Okay, Ms. Cook, you have the floor.
Okay, yeah, is Mr. Conway in? Can he come to the, is Hollis here? I just have a few questions. I'll be quick, I promise. Just a, no. Just a few quick questions.
Jumping on in.
There he is. Hello, Hollis.
Hello, good evening, afternoon, night.
Down up to the microphone.
Hollis Conway, Director of Community Development. I missed what was said, I was running.
Well, I sent you some questions today, and I was just curious
Yes.
if maybe we could kind of go through them. Just,
Yes, ma'am.
we can start with the first one if you like. As of today, how much money has actually, how many loans have we given out to businesses?
So as of today, we have 16 that have been approved through the committee that we have our contract and ready to meet with them individually to sign the contracts for about $119,000. And I think Lita has given out 33 for about $237,000.
Okay, and so how much money do we have left in that fund?
852 minus 119.
Okay, so, okay, pretty good.
Now, we have secured with permission from our mayor to give $100,000 to utilities and rental assistance. And my office, we're also going to add $300,000 to that. So there'll be $400,000 that we're going to put into people who are about to be evicted.
Okay, so what is the time frame though, that we have to spend this money by?
Yeah, Lita, so there's been lots of questions. It's been very fluid because HUD has never done this program before. They've not done economic development, so they had to go back 25 years to try to update things. So we're getting further assistance. So as of August 7th, they gave us, they said, out of the 852, 80% must be spent within 3 years. So it was December 31st.
Okay,
So
that's
now
what I
it's
thought.
3
Okay,
years.
so now it's 3 years.
The other 100% has to be spent by 6 years.
Okay. Let's see, what else I had?
And if I could answer another question, I think someone asked us originally when we started this, the idea, because there was no guidance from HUD on what the exact restrictions were, we made first priority to businesses who have never received any other funding. But we clearly recognize out of the 890 applications that that was a very, very small number of businesses that had not received any other funding. And then when we started to look at it, some of the funding that they received, some of them may have received $1,000, and it had been expended long time ago. And so August 7th, HUD came out with further regulations, says you can give it to businesses who've received some other funding as long as it's not a duplication of benefits, which added another layer of
Okay.
work we had to go in to find out, okay, did you receive it? Was that money expended? Where was it expended? And make sure they don't conflict with any other thing, so.
But it did open up so you could actually give more to
Yeah,
more
there's
businesses.
two things that happened on the 7th, well, three things besides the time frame. The other thing was the businesses could receive it if they received other funding. The third thing was that they eased the restrictions on urgent need, that now we don't have to look so much at the low mod income requirement, and that's going to allow us to give up to 30% money under the urgent need immediately. So
Okay.
a lot of the businesses that were rejected, we can go back and pull them in because those restrictions have been eased.
Okay, well, that's good. That's
So
encouraging.
it's
yeah.
still fluid because they're still releasing updates
I-
because they haven't done it before, but they're finding that it's been difficult to get the funding out to these businesses. But as we're getting the adjustments, we're making adjustments to make sure we can get it to as many people as possible. Right now, we have those 16 that's about to go out. We have another 15 that we're getting to that phase, and then we have another 30 to 40 that we've just printed folders on to start going in and getting their information. So, we're working with a staff of really a planner, 2 temporary, and one of my grant persons that's doing other things. So just been a little bit slower trying to get all the information from people.
Now, are we expecting any more money to come in for this particular thing?
Not that I know of. I just don't
I feel
know.
like I heard something about Cassidy was going to be, he said something, there's going to be more money for small businesses, for businesses. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know if that's going to
that's
come
gonna
through our
apply.
office because Main Street does not come through our office.
Right, okay.
And that's 700.
So it may be different, yeah,
It
different
could be
requirements,
different.
yeah.
But we don't know, but we're pretty committed to getting this 852 out. We're really 752 because we're going to give 100 to rental assistance.
So when are we going to turn that 100,000 over to utilities? Have we already done that or no?
Well, on the timeline, without any more special meetings, it'll come up for intro late October and be final approval early November.
That's the
Based
suit-
on what the timeline is
Okay.
of trying to get the budget amendment and all of those things done. So unless we decide to do something different,
Yeah.
it'll come up early November.
I mean, is there no way we can do some kind of an emergency meeting to get that money out sooner?
Yeah, I mean, yes,
Okay, so we can do something like that? Okay, because
Yes.
I mean, I think before October,
because we have it, we just have to go through the process, whatever
Okay.
allows us to
Okay.
do it.
and it's only 100,000, we can't get more?
Well, we got the 300 that we're putting
But
with
the
it
300
from
but-
our regular CDBG that we have to get rid of,
But 100 from this fund is what
and
you're
100
talking-
from
yeah,
this
okay.
fund. And so it'll be
Okay.
400,000
Okay.
that we're putting in. And we put in 260 earlier, so
So, no, you're doing great. Thank you, really. Thanks for everything you're doing to get that money out there to those in need, doing it that way. So I appreciate all the hard work, and I know there's a lot of, like you said, a lot of, the rules keep changing on what you can do with the money. So, I appreciate all the work you've been doing with it. So
thank you very much.
that's all I have. Kevin, if you had something.
Mr. Nakane.
Yes, look, I'm in favor of giving the money to the people that are definitely in need. The business program is awesome, and it was intended very well, but it failed to get the money out quickly, and meanwhile, we have more people that are losing their homes and potentially could be on the street. So I would just like to make sure that we make sure we get into the people that are in need. Okay, that's all I have. Thank you.
Okay. Ms. Eva?
Thank you, sir, appreciate it. Hollis, whenever there is an update to the requirements, or maybe whenever they open it up to more businesses and give more exemptions, can you email the council members as well and let us know what those changes are? As we may be aware of businesses or people that may benefit from that, and we may want to encourage them to apply. So if you don't mind, starting with the ones that you just mentioned tonight, please email those to us.
Yes, ma'am. And I would encourage y'all to have the businesses apply anyway.
Oh, we do.
Right.
Right, we do.
Because
They
we
just
need
haven't-
them to
None of them have
apply.
qualified.
You know, the system that we're using as they apply through LEADA,
Yeah.
you know, there's, you know, I'll give you an example. There was 974 applications went through the portal. 669 made it to step 2, where they had to put in their owner and their location forms, because ours is only city and unincorporated area. Step 3, there was only 324 that was able to submit their financial documents. By then, only 240 were reviewed for approval. So it begins to shrink pretty
Yep.
quickly. And so we're doing everything we can to go back and capture those
Yep.
who may not been able to find their financial documents or their tax forms or their invoices, the process to try to approve as many. But this August 7th update, we'll keep you on there, but the release of the urgent need allows us to give 30%, which is 255,000. We'll move a lot quicker once we go through that process.
And have you specifically, or someone from your team, had meetings with the various chambers? Because I know we have a Black chamber, an Asian chamber, a Hispanic chamber, one Acadiana, because those are the business organizations that work directly with businesses. And, you know, as much as we think that we promoted this, a lot of people may not know about it. Is there a way that we can set up a meeting with those leaders to make sure they have everything so they can get it out to their members?
But certainly,
Maybe adding the new changes?
we can do that, and, yeah, we're looking for every way to get that
Yeah.
information out. We've worked with LEADA. There's a lot of different connections on those committees who've talked to those people, but right now, we're open to doing everything we can to make
Yeah.
sure we get that information out in
I'd
every
appreciate that.
avenue that we can.
All right, great. Thank you
yes.
so much. Appreciate it. That's all.
Ms. Cook?
Thank you. Last thing, I would like to ask Veronica if she could send us some dates of possible special meetings as far as getting this money out there faster. And so if you would send us, based on the advertising, you know, regulations you need to do, what would be some of the soonest dates that we could actually have a special meeting?
Well, if they can get us the ordinance, we have a deadline for Friday at noon. I mean, and the backup could come at intro. I mean, if we have the ordinance, we can put it on the agenda. And the backup and the,
For the next,
and the budget revision or financial charts could come later. But as long as we have the ordinance, we could put it on, and it would
Okay,
be
if we
properly
can-
advertised.
we can
Yeah,
maybe
we'll-
work
we'll
together on that?
tomorrow.
Okay,
Make sure we can get all that done.
okay. Thank you. That'd be
So-
great. All
So,
right.
Ms. Veronica, I want to make sure we're talking about Friday coming, for noon, Friday coming?
Friday coming for, okay, yeah, she
For
says
this Friday.
yes.
Yeah, okay, this Friday. So you're saying,
And that's for the agenda of September 15th. It would
Right.
be intro.
so you say you'll start, look at your watch again?
I was just seeing what day, today is Tuesday. I don't
Today's
know what
Tuesday,
day it
yeah.
is
I
right
know.
now.
Yeah.
The civil leave threw me off.
It's almost
so-
Wednesday, but yeah, it's
Right.
Yeah,
Tuesday
we
still,
just
yeah.
want to make sure that can be coordinated, because, you know, we're talking about around 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock on Friday, this
Right.
Friday. So you
Right.
just
I'll
want
get
to
with
make
my
sure.
staff to see.
See what you can do. If not, we
Right,
can
to see
at
what we
least,
can do to do
Or
that.
if you have a form ordinance, usually you have some type of form ordinance that you may be able to use, that has been used in the
We do.
past. Right.
okay, that'd be great. All right, thank you.
Okay. Any more comments or discussion? Okay, no, we'll move along.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ordinance for final adoption. This is a public hearing, and speaker cards are available for anyone wishing to address the council. The 5-minute rule does apply. Cindy, please read item number 7.
Joint Ordinance 76, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council amending the fiscal year 1920 operating budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government to adjust amounts for administrative and general costs to actual.
Motion by Mr. Nakane, second by Ms. Cook.
Motion by Councilman Tabor and motion by Councilman Carlson.
Any council discussion? None? Okay, Ms. Williams, public comments?
We, make sure. We had 2 citizens who signed in support of the ordinance.
2? In
Yes.
support. Okay. Okay, I need a vote from each council to adopt the ordinance.
City District 3,
Yes.
City District 4,
Yes.
City District 1,
Yes.
City District 2,
Yes.
Parish District 3, Parish District 1, Parish District 2.
Yes.
The motion to adopt from the city council is approved. The motion to adopt from the parish council is approved.
Okay, remind everyone that item number 8 has been deferred indefinitely. Item number 9 has been deferred indefinitely. Item number 10 has been deferred until September 15th. Item number 10 has been deferred until September 15th. Cindy, please read item number 11.
Joint Ordinance 80-2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council declaring the stormwater management project a public necessity and authorizing the acquisition of the necessary rights-of-way, immovable property, and other property rights requisite to the construction of said project, either on an amicable basis or through the use of the expropriation process if necessary.
Motion and second from the city council. Motion by Mr. Andy Nakane, second by Ms. Hebert.
Got a motion by Councilman Carlson, a motion by Councilman Tabor.
Any council discussion? None? Any public comments? Okay. Call for the vote from each council to adopt the ordinance.
City District 4,
Yes.
City District 1,
Yes.
City District 2,
Yes.
City District 3,
Yes.
Parish District 1,
Yes.
Parish District 2,
Yes.
Parish District 3. The motion to adopt from the city council is approved. The motion to adopt from the parish council is approved.
Appointments by council members, mayor, president, or any other direct appointment authority.
Mayor President Josh Guillory appointed David Eaton to the Lafayette Parish Bayou Vermilion District for a 2-month term effective July 20th, 2020, and a 4-year term effective October 1st, 2020.
Introductory ordinance. I need a second, first a motion and a second to go into global from item 13 and 14 from the city council. Motion by Mr. Andy Nakane, second by Ms. Liz Hebert.
Okay, I need a motion by the parish council to consider in global items 13 and 14, and I do have them from Councilman Carlson and Councilman Tabor.
Okay, Cindy, please read.
Joint Ordinance 81-2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council, amending the fiscal year 1920 operating budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government by authorizing the transfer of $650,000 in community development block grant funds within the Community Development Department for the implementation of the Walker Road Drainage Improvements Project. Joint Ordinance 82-2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council authorizing the city parish president to execute a cooperative endeavor agreement with the Lafayette Parish School Board to receive funds directed for use in construction of signage and lighting at school crosswalks, and to amend the then current operating budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government to account for receipt and expenditure of such funds.
Comments from the public concerned above introductory ordinance.
City District 1,
We did have one citizen who signed in, but he's not here anymore. That's what I was looking. Devon Norman? I don't think he's here. And we did have one citizen who did not wish to speak, who signed in opposition to item number 13 in reference to the CDBG block grant.
Okay. Any council discussion? Public comments? Okay, call for the vote from each council to introduce in global joint ordinance items 13 through 14. 13 and 14, really.
City District 1,
Yes.
City District 2,
Yes.
City District 3,
Yes.
City District 4, Parish District 2,
Yes.
Parish District 3, Parish District 1, The motion to introduce from the city council is approved. The motion to adopt from the parish council, the motion to introduce from the parish council is approved.
I adjourn the parish council meeting.
I adjourn the joint meeting and the city council meeting.